was not good. Okay, never mind. Because we have a... I don't know why that's like that. Think because I changed the capture. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that for now.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the G phone that I needed earlier, but I couldn't leave because I got it so early, and then I died.
Oh, yeah.
Achting Bagala. Yes, indeed. I know, buddy. I know. I know. Oh, you're vocal, aren't you, buddy?
Сука, засрал мне все штаны! Арманивай, сука, ты чё?
So earlier, I came on. I didn't stream it, but I saw a guy.
Oh,
Looked like a player scout. Said hello. Did a little bit of a shake. He did a little bit of a shake. And then Killer pushed us. I killed Killer. The guy ran off. I killed Killer, and then I gave the stuff to the guy, and then immediately I got headshot, either by the guy or by like another guy from the side. I don't think it was by the guy though. didn't tell me what happened, but I mean I know it happened, but you know what I mean. I don't even know what I need right now. I need to go to woods. I don't really want to go to woods. I need alkali. I can get that. I can get these 3 things on interchange, but yeah. What's this one? Made battery. Blah, blah, blah. No. So what guns have I got? I'll take something. I don't know if they go like super heavy or like super light. This is my dilemma. I don't really have a lot of guns right now. I mean, I got a fair amount of guns. Yeah, I guess we can just go back in with that gun, and then we'll take this MK rig and take a decent. We'll just stick all this stuff in here. We'll go to. We'll go to Emacom and check it out. Maybe there's a LEDX there that I need as well. Not sure if we got any more of those. Do we have any more of those? Yeah. Okay, I think 3 will be enough. 3 is enough. And then I've got some extra. Do you have any extra? I'll take another 50. I mean, I really want to start using the AKs mostly because I died yesterday, and then that guy killed most of my team, or all of my team, after, simply because I had a drop on the guy, but I put a bunch of bullets into him. Each didn't drop because it was, the ammo wasn't, it was 9mm, and it wasn't good enough, unfortunately, so, yeah, a little bit, that was a little bit annoying, but I had more. Did I have more? Oh, I got a trooper vest. Go take that. Also, I lost my CMS, I think. I had a spare one with 2 on it. Did I have a spare one with 2 on it? I'm sure I did. No. Oh. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of room in there now. I can get rid of most of this shit now, actually. I keep those, I think they're for something. That's definitely for something. So that's like empty now. This has just got like streamer items and things like that that I need. So I'll just keep that like that. Like just for the streamer items. That can go in there. That can't go in there. This is just full of mods, I guess we'll keep like that. And then what's in here? More mod stuff that can go in there, that can go in there. I guess I could get rid of that. Here more mods, and here also more mods, right? So just put the mods in the top left like that. So all the mods are going to go in these 3. And then everything else should just be like by itself, you know what I mean? Easy for me to access and see what's what, and then we have this as well, which has just got junk in it, so that way we can use the P90. I could do that. What helmet are we gonna use? I think I just use a cereal bowl because the other ones are kind of useless, to be honest. I'll take a bigger bag. I honestly don't like the Pilgrim. It just stands out too much. It just stands out like a sore thumb. It really does. It's difficult to not be seen, if you know what I mean. It's very easy for people to see you. Really, really, really easy. These bags are empty now. I might just get rid of that as well. What else do I need? I need headphones. I just need headphones. I gotta go to Ragman. I need to spend money at Ragman anyway, so. How much is one of those just to buy? Can you just buy one of those? I want to just buy one of those. Those look awesome. What the hell? Huh. 41k, that's actually pretty cheap. That's just one sugar now? That's pretty cheap as well, actually. One sugar, 2 souries, and a sticker. Helmet is what I wanted. Yep, that's all you need. Just like that. This is gonna ricochet. It's very, very cheap compared to other pieces, you know, so it's just no point. The trooper vest, though, is very expensive. But I think Major Black Spike maybe quit. I don't know. I haven't seen him. Maybe he got a job or something. I mean that in a bad way. I mean, you know, doesn't have time to do it anymore because he's spent all his time working. Let's get educational, shall we? Cosmic Conundrums with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Star Talk, Cosmic Queries. Conundrum.
Fucking advert.
Be there. Conundrum, that's what we call it, Chuck, right?
That's correct.
We'll see. Star Talk. Neil deGrasse Tyson here, your personal astrophysicist. This is Cosmic Queries edition. Cosmic Conundrum. Well, of course.
I like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but if he was made of chocolate, he would eat himself. He really would. He fucking loves himself.
Wait, we're not bringing in another expert, so this means I have to know all the answers.
Yes, you do.
Okay, fine.
As like you don't anyway. So, but yeah, we always start with a Patreon because you guys give us money. Thank you, thank you for your money.
Is there a nicer way to say that?
No, I just like being direct like that.
Okay,
it sounds cool.
Mm-hmm,
You know? Thank you for your money, which is what I used to want to say on every birthday.
And allow me to say that we're using the money
Yes.
to invent other incarnations of what it is we do.
Absolutely.
Which are all in themselves experiments
Yeah.
that we test. We battle test them, see if they work,
Right.
refine them, and that takes that takes money that we're not otherwise getting from sponsors.
No,
That's
exactly.
my point.
I mean,
It keeps us vibrant.
it does.
Yeah.
The Patreon people don't even know. There's stuff that we've done because of you.
Yeah.
You know, which is cool. All right, let's go to Stacy Brown, who is our first Patreon patron, and she says, Dr. Tyson, if you were captain of the Starship Enterprise, where would you go first and why? And of course, we have to suspend disbelief and say that warp is real.
I think that's on the other side of the building. There's somebody above.
Она не черта! Будьте прокляты!
So he's opening the back. Look, I took a lot of hits. Really a lot of hits. I barely touched it. I need the respirator, which is good. I'm gonna dump most of this shit now. Killer's up. That's good. I'm even gonna dump I'm gonna dump everything. Just take all of this stuff. Where can I dump it though? That is like...
Ебашки, барика! Ты шалава!
Whoever gets that, well done, to be honest, so good luck with my shit, so that's fine. I got the other guy's stuff anyway, and he had that fucking AKM, so. Got the respirator, which is the main thing. I need 3 more. If I can find a nice place for the trooper vest, I'll dump that and use the Zook as well, and get that back in the insurance. I think I want the CMS kit in there. I want to help somebody getting out, you know? So if somebody kills me, I don't want somebody else to come in and be able to take my shit. Easier than if you know what I mean? So if they have a broken leg or something, I ain't gonna assume they have heals, so I'm gonna keep heals on me when I can, but on the other hand, you know, I don't want to make it too easy. Like they can just fully heal themselves up and just start walking out. That's my theory. Ooh, 1 second. I'll use the guys. I'm using the guy's sword-ins. Wish I could put it in a toilet and close the door, to be honest. That would just be such a cool thing. Another AK. Will that fit? Puts me at 41. Fuck it. I don't want that. There's another one. RPK disc cover. A shotgun. I'm gonna dump my thing in there. Trooper vest. I want to dump my gun. AKM with PS ammo. I'm gonna dump it down, the super vest down in that little place that nobody ever. That would seem to be pretty safe. We'll take this stuff and we'll dump it later. Actually, we don't need to take that. If I come up against Killer, I guess I can use this gun. But this way, you know, I've got full set of gear, rig, everything. Full set of gear except for the gun. It's just gonna come back to me, so. It might come back to him if I die, but, you know. I don't want to die, so. Be interesting to see where I hit him, though, because really, if you look at it, like, I didn't really hit anything. Which I must have hit. I just hit him in the face, but I put a lot of bullets into that guy. I put like nearly a full clip into that guy. So the fact that he only dropped towards the end is just. And his armor is fully intact, you know? Kind of worries me a little bit. I should get my stuff back at the end of the world if I don't. It's just a, you know, calculated risk that you take in. That, you know, you'll get your stuff back, and maybe you'll get out with his stuff as well. So even if you don't, you know, at least you use some stuff. And, you know, I just can't throw this stuff away. I mean, I can throw my gun away. Is there anything I can throw away now? And my bag, but I'm not going to throw my bag away. And, you know, I feel a bit sorry for the guy. I mean, he just came in. The thing that really put the nail in his coffin was when the scav said something. So it looked like there was a scav. It looked like there was a scav down here, and he was like, okay, it's just a scav. Run down here and then blow him away. So, yeah, he got a little bit unlucky there, to be honest. You know, if the scav hadn't have done something, he wouldn't have written it off as a scav, and he would have come down a lot more prepared, and it would have been a better, or let's say, he would have had a much bigger chance to kill me. But I think he was just completely surprised by me there, which he wouldn't have been before. He was just waiting to come around the corner and see a scav and just, you know, nuke him. There's another box over there that my brother was looting yesterday. I was like, oh. Like there, I think it was. Like a fucking monkey, I just go wherever I've been shown. I don't even really look anywhere else. I know the route, and that's the route I take. And it was tried and tested by somebody else before me, so I'm kind of, you know, fine with that. You know. I think it's gotta go on the other side. Oh, there it is, on the floor here. A weapons case. Or some kind of case, anyway. It's gold in it, though. The shotgun, I've already got one of those actually, which is probably going to be the first thing I dump anyway, so. This is for the foul, and it's actually the better one you can get, so. The best dust cover you can get, you can actually just stick a, you know, scope around it. When you get like a scab foul, it has. If I run through here, maybe I can cut him off. Don't want to cut him off. No, not really. I got ammo comp, so he's fighting people now. He's dead. I'm just quietly finishing the prepper reputation task just for shits and giggles. Absolutely no reason at all, really, just so it's like one less task. So 2 of those Zippos is gonna get rid of that. 2 of those Zippos is enough for a grenade. The grenade is, you need 10 of them. I think I've 106 to finish the Prappa reputation quest, I think. What's wrong with me today? I did a few tasks. This has probably all been looted, I'll just go straight through. Yep. Yeah. As the doc would say. I think my brother was right. We came through here yesterday and they were... No, because somebody did come through here, that's why. So somebody did close it behind them. Either that or I'm just talking up my ass. I'm so much MOE AK, I can take that. Get rid of the DVD, I don't really need that. Get rid of one of those, and get rid of one of those for now. There we go. So I can actually just reload normally. We're just gonna go through, down the other side and out. Maybe check tech line, but at this point in the game, this is the respirator, the only thing I really got that I need. But if I just get one thing every time I come in, I'm not, you know, I only need one thing to finish like 2 or 3 tasks, so. And this one I need 3 of them. So I don't want to die with one of these again in my inventory. Guess I could go to Emacom. I'm pretty full though. I didn't kill that guy earlier. 1 out of 12. Yeah, still 1 out of 12. You can walk through this part unless you're gonna jump. Yeah, someone's been through here. That's why the door was closed back there. It might have been that guy. He might have done the opposite of what I'm doing. Well, like the reverse, not the opposite. And that's the same thing, you know. You tell me. Alright, so we're just gonna see if Killer's up. If he is, we'll pull him. See if we can kill him. I really need the gas analyzer, but let's see, Killer. I mean, it doesn't mean he's not there, it means I just don't see him. Come on, broken G-phone. Bolts and nuts, okay. I don't really need the RPK desk cover. I mean, I think I only have, I think I sold all my RPKs anyway. So, you know, there's that. killer pushes me, I just run as hard as I can, as fast as I can, to like the nearest door. Let him come to the door and just lag him. Another wrench, I need 5 of those for something. I don't really remember what it is, maybe somebody here does, but guess I'll take that over the pliers. Okay, so now is the time to start eating and drinking the stuff that I have. So, MRE, do a Trump and drink the old bleach there, maybe. I don't really drink the hot rods, but let's use one of these and get rid of it. Get rid of his ammo. Oh, I gotta remember to switch off my everybody comes up here, but just for 2 seconds, and you just get these fucking assholes that just camp it. You know, just check it and leave. Don't fucking camp it. Well, they left some stuff for me. We'll just... He's not here, surely. So where is the Tashanka? No. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Don't I have this cheap now? This is all pretty decent. It's all pretty decent stuff, except maybe the Zippo and the bandages. So unless it's something really amazing, I'm gonna pick it up. What's that? I'm still fighting at the exit though. The exit that I'm going to. At least I think that's where this is. I think this is southeast. Kinda came down on the wrong side, to be honest. What am I doing? I'm putting it in the wrong fucking place. No, I did come down on the right side actually. Let's just check the code, because people often forget the code. I think people often forget the code. Save key. Yeah. Foul handgun. Portland. I'm nearly full again. Well, I'm full. Can fit any of this shit on any of this other shit? No, right? I think I can use the AK handle next round, but the MOE, I don't know. 1.6 strength. I think that was mostly from actually, why did I think I went up? The strength. I think it went up because I threw some nades. You get quite good strength increase from throwing nades. Just want to get out and have the respirator in. That's my only real target. If I see someone, I'll just let them go. We're gonna start a fight out here. Side to side. There's a dead guy over there. Yeah, somebody got splattered. Wow, what fucking assholes. Wow, those guys are fucking losers, man. Fucking losers. Hit count 25. Headshot, headshot. Wow. God, I hate fucking people like that. I just get a life, bro. Get a life. Night Wolf calling you out is an absolute. Get out of your mum's basement. Really, dude. That's the only way you can make money. Just pack up your computer, put it in a box somewhere, take it back to the shop and tell me you're not smart enough to own your own. Okay? Cause wow. And there's two of them as well. Two of them. What a pair of absolute jackasses. So we can get back in there as a scav and fucking shoot them. Cause my god, they deserve it. AMGP. What's surprising more than anything was there was that second guy. The first guy I had him. I was about to nade him, he would have been dead. The second guy, he didn't pop out till later. It's just slightly off though. My aim, my initial burst was just slightly off. I had to correct it. I hit him and he started moving back in and the other guy just finished me. Should have maybe dropped, I don't know. Dropped and thrown a nade. Let's see if they're still there. Is this the one? It's falling exactly right where No, I think I would have died here, right? Where do you find someone sad enough to camp there with you? You know, I get it, you know, you're really bad, you're like fucking awful at games, right? I get it. You know, if you're that bad at a game that you have to camp in the exit, right? That you have to camp the extra. But where do you find the second guy? Where do you find that? Where do you find that second guy who says, "Hey, let's sit in a bush at extract"? Where do you find the second guy that's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, let's do that. Let's chill. This sounds like fun." Really? You know, I get the first guy. Okay, you know, you're bad. I get it. The second guy, not so much. It's like the second guy should be tapping on the shoulder, say, "Hey, dude, there's two of us. We should be able to get it killed. You know, by ourselves." Oh, I need that. And I need the respirator also. So I'm almost ready to get out. I just need to do it so it's not a run through. I need the alkali to finish the peacekeeper quest, and I need the respirator for another task, but I need 3 more of them. So I need 2 after this one. But yeah, I just like it. Okay, maybe I got killed by this guy. Remember that I dumped most of my stuff in the beginning, so I didn't actually lose much, but... You have a gun, so... Oh, he has a respirator on. Killed by the scav, yeah? That sucks, bro. That really sucks. You know, you go through all that, get all this gear, and then you get killed by the fucking scav. I need the respirator, it's the most important thing for me. Let's check all this ammo, shall we? This is PS. This is PS. BT. This one is the BT? Yep. It's also BT. There we go, that was some more things to do, I guess. 105. Yeah, I guess we chuck it all in here. Put that there. Put that there and take that like that. And then we've got even a spare spot for the alkali. This scat was the one that killed him. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, I guess because he had the 3M, he was doing the 3M armor quest where you gotta kill the scouts with the 3M armor. So like, he's got like literally no armor on. What was his name? Debo. Debo 2000. There you go, buddy. Got your revenge for you. Now we get out. And hope that's enough XP. Maybe we go... There's a tank of gas there. Nah, we don't have space. Still feeling salty about those guys. I mean, really, where do you find the second guy to do that with you? I get being a loser, but... There be limits. I was watching Pestini play, and I don't know why he's always going for the elite players. So somebody can answer that for me. Somebody watches his stream at some point. I did not mean to do that. My hands are maybe just a little bit too small for this keyboard, maybe? Because my thumb kind of rests up against the space bar. We'll just check this last one. I mean, there's probably a 1 in 1,000 chance of a graphics card spawning in here, so I like those odds. You know, do 8, you come in here 100 times. It's already 800. Look at that, math for the win. It's gotta be enough to get a non-run through. Did a bit of looting, you know? I did some stuff. Killed a scav. Spent 20 minutes in here, 15, 20 minutes. We're running the risk of not maybe, but maybe there's some other fucker will kill me again at the spawn and it's a decent gun. I don't know why people don't put a fucking rubber butt pad on their guns though. It fucking triggers me a little bit. Costs you 4k, brings it down like 8 recoil or something. Like 10-15% recoil less. Why? Why? Yeah, we survived. Said that like I didn't know we'd survived. Oh, I mean, it could have been run through, I guess, yeah. Let's listen to Mr. Tyson.
So traveling at this beyond the speed of light is now a capability. So
Game
now
just
that gives you the option to leave this galaxy, go anywhere you want in the observable universe.
I would stick in my own galaxy
Oh,
because there's not enough we know about it. So let me just know my backyard first.
alrighty.
All right, and then I would take a tour around the galaxy,
Okay.
just around the hood.
Around the right.
All right,
Once around the block, James.
once around the block.
Mhm.
If left to the solar system's own motion, that takes about 200 million years for one trip.
Cool.
And so, that's still fast given the scale of all of this. But the sun and all the planets and all the comets and all the asteroids and everybody is all moving around the galaxy together.
Nice.
Okay. Now there's something happened on the internet recently. Of course, if we are going around the sun
Correct.
and the entire system is orbiting the galaxy,
Right.
it means we don't complete a closed orbit around the sun. All orbits are corkscrews.
Right, because the galaxy is also moving.
Well, the solar system,
solar system,
is moving within
as
the
well.
right.
Right.
So if you followed the path, so there was all this attention given to someone showing the video of this and saying, "Oh, this is a new theory of the solar system. Oh my gosh, did the experts know this?" So it's like, people, this is just two motions simultaneously.
Right.
Okay, if you do this, you go your orbit.
Right.
If you go that way, it's a straight line.
Right.
If you do this and that, you get a helix.
corkscrew.
Yeah,
Right.
a corkscrew.
Right.
Right. So,
It's like when you drop a ball on a plane.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it goes straight down
It
to
goes
you.
straight down
but if
to
I'm
you.
watching you, the ball actually
Right.
went forward at 500 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool.
But so did you.
Right.
So it just went straight down to you.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's cool.
Yeah, wait. So I would do that. That's just but then I'd go straight to the center and observe the supermassive black hole dining upon stars that have come too close.
Nice.
That's what I would do.
All right. Gonna watch the galaxy have a snack. Okay. There you go, Stacy. All right, let's go to another Patreon. Tony Mirabella
Yeah, we finished that now.
wants to
Cool
know
name.
this. That is a cool name.
Tony Mirabella.
He does sound like a Vegas act, right? That's kind of cool.
Tonight only.
That's
Tony
right.
Mirabella.
Shoreline
Welcome to the
Parade.
beautiful downtown Stardust Lounge here in Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring to you the one, the only
Shoreline.
Tony
Mirabella!
Yeah.
And he's singing before he comes out.
Yeah. Well, that talk has.
He's singing off stage first, and he comes on. All right.
Exactly. All right. That was so stupid. Okay. He says, what do you think unlocking the secrets of
What the
dark
fuck is
matter
this
could
task
do for
for?
us scientifically? Would it lead us to being able to harness it? Wow. Those are two really big questions.
How old is he? Is he some kid in a
Oh, he's
basement
doing that
trying to-
exact
He's
task
trying to
though. He
figure
just
something
fucking.
out.
future superhero nemesis.
Wait, he's,
in the
What the fuck
making.
is it?
he's making his own little universe.
Oh, so the guy went in
Can we harness this?
We
with
have no idea what
that
dark
I need
matter
to
is
now go
because
in with.
I have my own preferences,
Shit.
but my preferences don't matter. What matters is what experiments are active and in progress. And right now, the going thinking is that it is a category of particle that simply doesn't interact with us electromagnetically. So electromagnetism is like light and magnetism and all the things that make atoms stick together as molecules. So you are held together by electromagnetic forces.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
Yes.
why.
And therapy twice a week.
No, I don't know if that holding you together, but physically,
Oh.
yeah. Emotionally is another thing.
Oh, okay.
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 I don't know what's holding you again emotionally.
Right.
Physically, you're held together by electromagnetic forces. This would be a category of particles that does not interact with our electromagnetic forces, which means they just pass right on through like you're not even there.
Right.
But
So
they
how do you observe something like that?
gravitationally. Okay, so we have a dark. We only know the only reason why we know there's dark matter here is because we have some galaxies, but add up all the matter in those galaxies, it doesn't account for what's going on in this part of the neighborhood
Mhm.
because you see galaxies from behind whose light gets lensed according to Einstein's general relativity, and you can ask how much mass does it take, how much gravity does it take to lens by that amount, and you come up with a number way bigger than simply counting the galaxies that are there.
Right.
Something else is happening. So we call it dark matter because we don't know what else to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, I've said many times, it's really dark gravity.
Right.
It's literally dark gravity.
Right.
We
Right.
don't know if it's matter. The folks betting on it think it is matter, and there's a new kind of particle that we have yet to isolate. That's all. That's what that is.
cool.
So
All right,
if
so
we do
now-
isolate it,
Okay.
what would you do with it? You put it in your hand. No, it'll pass right through your hand because it doesn't interact with your hand. All right. So I don't know how you would contain it.
How do you contain it?
You would need a dark matter box.
Right.
So who's going to make the dark matter box? I mean, it's a philosophical problem.
It really is.
If there's a thing that passes right through you,
how do you
contain it?
the thing
the thing,
that passes through everything?
everything,
So everything it passes through,
Right.
you need to find something
thing
that
to
can
hold
it.
the thing in.
Right.
Correct.
There you go.
You need something that interacts not only with our forces, but also with its forces.
Exactly.
That could be yet another frontier of
right.
discovery in the universe.
What is that
In
intermediary
fact,
thing?
if you were that civilization,
Right.
you'd be badass. Oh my gosh. You control not only all the universe that we know about,
Right.
but the rest of the universe that's influenced by dark matter. You'd be able to grab it, make dark matter planets out of
Right,
it,
right.
if you can make it stick to itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that would be a powerful posture to purvey.
All right. So now take that and dark energy.
Is that also in the question?
Oh,
I got that for
No, it's
free,
not.
right?
I answered.
I know.
Vegas
okay,
Act.
You answered
Okay.
Tony Mirabella's question. I'll move on.
All right.
Maybe it'll come up in a different
Exactly.
question. You're like, don't push it, bro. All right, here we go. Eduardo Munoz from Facebook says,
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
He's selling.
Hello, my name is Eduardo. Perhaps you know my good friend, Kitty Soft Buzz.
Who was that in Shrek?
That's what's his name? Antonio Banderas.
Antonio
That's
Banderas.
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots in Shrek. That was really good.
Yeah, I love it. Okay,
Mhm.
so Eduardo says, can you explain to us immortal language?
By the
How-
way, he's from Brooklyn. His name's Eddie. By the way,
Yeah, that'd be
who
funny.
you are fantasizing about Shrek 4 or
Right.
whatever.
And he's sitting in Brooklyn. He's in Park Slope going, somebody going, yo, Eddie. All right. Can you explain to us in mortal language how the boson gives mass to matter?
Oh.
So how does Higgs work, the Higgs boson? How does it give
Yeah.
mass? How does it give mass?
Yeah. So let me attempt this,
Yeah,
okay?
That's a lot.
So you need to think of mass not as mass in the traditional sense and not in this explanation. Think of it as inertia. Okay?
Victory
So
King.
inertia in common parlance is the tendency of something to want to stay in motion.
Right.
But it's also the opposite of that. Or the inverse of that. It's the
I already
tendency
got
of
one.
something
Look at these.
to not want to move.
To stay at rest.
Okay?
Right.
Okay. So inertia is whatever the thing's doing,
It wants
that's
to do
what
that.
it wants to keep doing
That's
that.
it.
All right, that's it. Okay.
Mhm. Inertia.
Okay.
Lazy.
So you can measure the mass of something by finding a way to measure the inertia that it wields.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now watch. Let's go to Hollywood.
All right.
And we're going to a Hollywood party.
Okay. I'm already uncomfortable.
And
I used to have a drug problem. No,
pick-
go ahead. Go ahead.
pick an actor who like no one has heard of that you know of.
Chuck Nice.
Okay. You act in a couple of things.
have.
What have you been in?
Oh, please, let's not embarrass
no, tell me one. Tell me one.
I just did Kevin Can Wait.
Oh, Kevin Can Wait, the TV series.
show.
Okay.
And it got canceled.
Okay.
I did an episode and they were like, well, this is over.
This will never work. He broke it.
There we go. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So Chuck Nice walks into a party
Right.
in Hollywood.
And
And the bar is on the opposite side of the floor.
okay.
Okay? It's a crowded party.
All right.
You want a drink.
Okay.
You walk straight to the bar.
No.
Absolutely.
Nice
You get
feeling.
there in 10 seconds.
Of course I will.
Okay. Beyonce walks in.
Okay.
She wants to go to the bar.
Thank God, because I'm already there.
She wants to go to the bar.
Right.
But what happens? She begins to accrete
Beyonce! Oh my God,
people.
Beyonce!
That's correct. So
Beyonce, oh my God!
she can't get to the bar in 10 seconds.
No way.
She has a very high famous person mass because everyone wants to be around her, and so her posse moves slowly through the room.
Gotcha.
And if you move fast, you have low party inertia. She moves slow. She has high party inertia, a resistance to going fast. Okay? So you have low resistance to going fast. You just walk right across the thing.
Right.
So,
Or no resistance.
or no
Yeah,
resistance.
yeah, that would
Exactly.
be me.
Yeah, people, in fact,
Right.
if
Matter
you're
of
funky
fact,
smelling, they're parked away,
I was
you
gonna
get
say,
there faster.
If it's me, I go straight past the bar, out the back
Out
door,
the back-
because that's how much they actually want me at the party. Okay, but go ahead.
All right.
So this is making sense so far.
So there's, think of it as the party field. Okay?
Okay.
The party field is giving mass to the particles moving through it.
Gotcha.
Okay? That party field is like
Right, because those
is
are
like
the
a
party,
Higgs field.
those are the party goers. Right.
The Higgs field is like
Right.
they're like the party goers in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
Okay?
Right.
So you got that? So if you the more famous you are, the slower you can move through a crowd because everybody wants a piece of you.
Right.
All right. So in that way,
I forgot to put the
Beyonce
thing
has a
on.
very high party mass. You have a very low party mass,
Correct.
and you get everybody else in between.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of what the Higgs field is doing. It is the resistance to movement of the particles that pass through it.
Hope everybody's getting
First
this.
of all, it's just a great picture. You know,
Because we can all imagine that,
Yeah,
right?
that's a great depiction,
yeah.
and that is fascinating. Like, who thought of that?
I don't know. I might have heard it somewhere. I don't remember. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the best way you're ever going to understand.
I think so. I
that's
think
really,
so. Yeah.
that's great. That is really, really
Oh,
good.
and one other little thing that we learned from Jaina. Okay.
Yes.
Friend of Star Talk.
Jan 11.
Jan 11. That grants particles its mass, but it's not most of the mass of the universe. Most of the mass in atoms comes from the force fields inside the atom, not from the particles themselves.
Wow.
Binding energy of the atoms. So
Did they
yes,
have
it gives
something
mass
for
to
that?
quarks and electrons and this sort of thing. And yes, the total mass of everything in the universe is not represented by the Higgs field. It's just the particles within that are out there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so just a little detail. That was
Yeah, I don't
I
think
got
I
straightened
can
out on
see
that by Jaina.
That's
Okay.
cool, man. Well, that's all really good stuff. Man, Eduardo, I hope that cleared some things up.
Cleared. We're gonna take a quick break. When we
Claro
come back,
que sí.
more.
Oh.
Well, you got to take us out in that voice. Go.
Go ahead. What? Stay tuned. More Star Talk Cosmic Conundrums when we return.
I need to rewatch that last part while we're loading.
Yes, the total mass of everything in the universe is not represented by the Higgs field. It's just the particles within that are out there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so just a little detail. I got straightened out on that by Jaina.
That's
Okay.
cool, man. Well,
From Jaina.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Friend of Star Talk.
Jan 11.
Jan 11. That grants particles its mass, but it's not most of the mass of the universe. Most of the mass in atoms comes from
Okay,
the
got it.
force
So
fields
you get the
inside
mass
atom,
like
not
because
from
of
particles
the
themselves.
friction, right? But
Binding energy.
you know, it's not all of the
atom.
mass. It just gives
So yes, it
some
gives
of the
mass to
mass.
quarks and electrons and this sort of thing. Yes, the total mass of everything in the universe is not represented by the Higgs field. It's just the particles within that are out there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so just a little detail. I got straightened out on that by Jaina.
That's
Okay.
cool, man. Well, that's all really good stuff. Man, Eduardo, I hope that cleared some things up.
Cleared. We're gonna take a quick break. When we
Claro
come
que
back,
sí.
more. Well, you got to take us out in that voice. Go.
Go ahead. What? Stay tuned. More Star Talk Cosmic Conundrums when we return.
We're back. Star Talk. Sorry, did I do it? Sorry, I don't have it. I don't have the what should we call that?
That is an accent.
I guess so.
that's
I
all.
don't have the accent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep going. Cosmic conundrums.
Here we are. All right, here we go. Woo! Here we go. Jenny Cotton. What?
Holy shit, that was... Maybe we're even in late. Let's run down left, see if we can get in front of him. Where do we think he went? So when I shot him, he was running down through, right? So he could be in front of me, or he could have just stopped in this area. But he needed to think fast if he did get ahead of me. Or just never stop running. And I think he wasn't too high on stamina when I... It looked like he was low on stamina at the time. Right, because he kind of stopped by the truck. Now maybe he stopped for other reasons. I don't know, but yeah, whatever. He's probably further up. I mean, we didn't do too bad over the last 2 runs, even though we died the one time. We dumped most of our stuff, except for the gun and the bag, but the helmet, all that shit wasn't even mine. pretty crazy how I'm still at like level 9 search. 3. Scav player. Which is good because I need scav kills, so I'll get rid of this bag of mine. There's no way that guy sees. Nobody sees that. Just makes it easier for me to pick shit up, you know. Guess that's that area is clear. Go left and then up and around as usual. Could go through supermarket maybe? Or at least check see if there's any scabs there. How many do I need? 25 is it? I have 2 out of 30, okay. So if that is the petrol station, that is Emacom X, which I don't have, thank fuck for that. thought there was a scav holding a gun for a second. Ooh, I think we will take that. It's very good, it's very good. FN 5.7 automatic pistols. Okay. One of my skills is going up. My endurance is maxed out already. Fucking hell, that maxed out super quick. 86.7. Just got like 2 points a raid or something. Like not even like 2%, like 2 points. I'll check if there's any ammo over there as well. I usually do that. Somebody over there, up there. PST. Yeah. Not even the good fucking type of PST. It's only worth like a couple hundred rubles anyway. Get over the box. Yeah. Oh. I hit him in the face twice. What the fuck? How is he not dead? He must have like I don't know. I must have missed. I don't know. How is that possible, man? Hit count 6. I don't get that, but
Wants to know this. She's coming to us from Facebook. Hey, Neil, does time move faster at the expanding edge of the universe and slower at the center? Now, in there are some assumptions that I don't know. You might have to talk to first of all, the center part, and I don't know. However, I love the question in terms of the expanding edge.
Okay, here's something interesting. Might not be what you were thinking.
All right.
If you're moving away from me,
Right.
in an expanding universe,
Right.
and you have a clock that's ticking seconds, okay? If I watch that clock, consecutive seconds will that I observe will come to me more and more delayed.
Right.
Okay? So when I observe you, it will look like you have slowed down.
Right.
But as far as you're concerned, you're just running
I'm
a
just
stopwatch.
running a stopwatch.
That's
Right.
right.
That's
That's
it.
right. So when she talked about the expanding edge, if you're going to watch that edge, you will see things slow down in that place.
Right.
Okay? But it's not an actual edge.
Right.
It's not a physical edge. It's just it's a horizon where that's all that is. If you go to that edge, now you're in the middle of a new horizon that is itself whatever distance away it would need to be if you did the math on that.
Right.
So the way to answer that is if you want to make any of that true, it's the opposite of what she said.
Gotcha.
You'd be observing objects evolve more slowly on the edge, the expanding edge, and you relative to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, I gotta say. I like that. All right, let's go to Virgil Hayward. And Virgil says, it's pretty cool, man. I gotta tell you, these people, they're into this stuff.
We got good people.
We do.
We got good people.
Damn. He says, is there any theoretical way to destroy a black hole?
Oh, yeah.
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 Cool.
You just wait around till it evaporates.
Oh, man. Gave me the
I'm
okey
sorry.
doke. That's the okey
I'm sorry.
doke.
I'm sorry. It's an answer. It's the answer. You just wait around. Small ones evaporate faster.
Right.
Big ones, like the ones in the centers of galaxies, they might take, I don't know.
A trillion years?
Oh, much longer than that.
What?
Oh, yeah.
A Google years?
Yeah, Google years. I'll give it a Google. By the way, Google people is an actual number.
Yeah.
And it was a number before it was the name of a corporation. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's spelled differently, Googol.
Right.
Google. 10
Well,
of the
they
100
actually misspelled it.
years. Yeah, they misspelled it for the company.
Right.
So Google years is a 1 followed by 100 zeros. Then you can evaporate the seriously large, massive black holes in the centers of galaxies. And yeah, then in that future, it'll be a universe with nothing, because all the stars would have died. The proton would have decayed.
Right.
So the very foundations of matter would have broken up into fundamental particles.
Right.
And
Really, all you have is particles.
particles.
That's
exactly.
all you have.
That's all you have.
Right.
The fundamental particles of the cosmos. So the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Cool.
And not in fire, but in ice.
Cool. Literally.
Cosmic conundrum. Cool. Literally. Cool.
Yeah.
That reminds me, there's a line in Back to the Future, the second one,
Right.
where I think it's the second. No, the first. Whichever one it is, Marty keeps saying, "Whoa, that's heavy. Oh, that's heavy." And Doc says, "Why do you keep saying it's?" Because it's 1955, right?
Okay.
Why do you keep saying it's heavy? Is something wrong with Earth's gravity in the future? That's exactly what I would have asked if I were
cute.
Doc.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Back to the Future 1.
So, yeah, there you have it, Virgil. It's wait is your answer.
We'll just wait around.
You gotta wait, bro.
Yeah. That's why we don't know any way to undo the black hole.
Right. The theoretical way to destroy it is time. There
Yes.
you go.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Lee. Lee C. Schneider
Okay.
from Facebook says, which is more likely, extraterrestrial contact celestially or interdimensionally?
Oh, definitely physically. Dimensions, no.
No.
I want it to be true.
You do.
Oh, yes. But access to higher dimensions? Come on now.
Right.
I think we even did a thing on
Yes, we did.
going to the fourth
right.
dimension
That's
from the
right.
3 dimensions, 2 dimensions.
With the sphere that drops through a piece of paper.
Exactly.
Which
And
is just a
You
painterly, beautiful.
you love that analogy.
I do, because it makes things
Well, let me
so
describe it for people.
easy.
So if you have a intersection of dimensions, the consequences can be extraordinary.
Yes.
So if we live inside a sheet of paper and a 3-dimensional being says, I've got this sphere, and they don't even know what a sphere is, all they have are circles. Ha ha ha, right? So a circle is a sphere in 2 dimensions. Or a sphere is a circle in 3 dimensions. So you can say it either way.
Right.
So if I'm a mighty 3-dimensional creature and I take a sphere, a hollow sphere, and I pass it through your universe,
Right. My paper universe.
how would you describe this? You say, oh, there's a dot. Where did that dot come from?
Right.
It's mysterious.
Right.
Then the dot becomes a circle.
Right.
Now, you only know it's hollow in the inside because I have to open up a portal so you can look in. Otherwise, it's just you wouldn't know it's hollow.
Right.
But anyhow, so it's a circle. And what happens to the circle? It grows. Until what size?
Until it's the diameter of the
Until the
sphere.
full diameter of the sphere.
Right.
And then what happens?
And then it would shrink.
Shrink down and then becomes a point and then disappears completely. And you have to explain that to your friends.
Right. That is so cool.
So imagine a 4-dimensional thing passing through our universe.
Right.
That would be, how would you even describe? You'd see a cube show up in the middle of nowhere and then disappear.
Right.
Right? That would be the 3-dimensional slice of the 4-dimensional hypercube passing through our 3-dimensional world.
Wow.
So in other words, the 2-dimensional slice of the sphere is a circle
Right.
passing through your paper world.
Right.
The 3-dimensional slice through a 4-dimensional hypercube is just a cube.
Right.
So the cube will start small, get bigger, and then shrink
That's
down
right.
again, disappear.
Damn. Wow.
I know, no, dimensions are cool. So
That's
I don't
cool.
know how to access another dimension. I wouldn't even know where to begin. So I will bet that we will contact extraterrestrials before we know how to go in and out of higher dimensions.
Right. But the idea would be that, so here's what I want to tack onto this, though. They would know how to observe us, but how would we ever be able to observe
if
them,
they
though?
if they're a higher dimensions,
Yes, they're the higher
they could
dimensions.
observe us and we would not even know they were
Never
there.
even know they were there.
Correct.
So then, okay. And so then what we would only be able to observe is what they are able to put into our...
No, not to put into it, but to pass through it.
Not
Yeah.
put in, but pass through
Correct.
our reality.
Yes. I
And
guess
then-
they could put it in our reality, but it would be so their reality is so much richer. They'd want to just pass it through.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, so let me give the paper people something to play with and just draw a circle.
Right, exactly.
Right,
That's
that-
not going to do much.
Yeah, right.
So we would observe that. We would never be able to observe their universe. period.
unless we had access out of
Unless-
our dimensions to their dimension. That's correct. Now, here's something interesting. Ready?
Go ahead.
If you're a 2-dimensional being
Right.
and you have skin, so you draw the skin, well, you have an insides.
Okay.
We 3-dimensional beings would be able to see inside their bodies. The heart, the lungs, the mouth, the eyes, everything.
Right.
But they would not be able to because they can only see in the paper and they would just see the outer skin, which is just a line.
Right.
What that means is a 4-dimensional person can see every one of our organs at all times.
I feel so naked. I feel violent.
They can see inside your organs.
That's cool.
So surgery, the future of surgery could be 4-dimensional surgery, where they come at you from a 4th dimension and never have to cut you open. Think about that.
I like it.
That's a
yeah.
sci-fi story right there.
Got to tell you, never going to happen in America. Not with this healthcare. That's all I can say. Yo, that is so cool.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
hey, Lee, thanks so much for that question, man. That's very, very cool. Let's go with
Time for a couple more questions.
Okay, Mario Fierera.
Mario Fierera.
Mario Fierera says, do you think it's possible we'll find complex organisms like fish in the liquid water masses in the planets and moons of, he says, our solar system?
Yeah. Okay, so first, A fish is a way complex organism, right? Generally, when biologists speak of complex organisms, they're not talking about fish.
Right.
They're talking about multicellular creatures that might have some appendages. They might have, like at the Cambrian explosion of life, when was that, 450, 500 million years ago,
Right.
we went from single-celled creatures rapidly, when the conditions changed on Earth, to multicellular life. And that multicellular life had like limbs and eyes and it had features
Okay.
that you could talk about and point to.
Right.
Generally, we call that complex life.
Complex.
Okay, and then you want
So
to.
how about it's a single cell organism, but it has propulsion, like
Well,
Celia or like,
you mean a way to move
a
around?
way to move
No,
around.
that'd still be simple order.
That's
If
still-
it's single cell,
single
that's
cell is
simple.
still not. It's
Correct.
simple. Okay.
Correct.
Even if it's moving. Or,
Even it can do all that. But we're talking about I got legs
Right.
and I got eyeballs
Right.
and I got a nose and ears, that
Right.
sort of thing.
That thing.
That's complex.
features, as you said.
So
There
the
you
question was, will we find something? Okay, I want to find life in the oceans beneath the frozen surfaces of the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, and I want there to be life there.
Mhm.
But if there isn't, okay, I'll deal. I'll recover. But
Right.
if there is life, it'll be something that swims. So our ocean has many things other than fish
Right.
that are alive. We have coral.
Right.
We have who else do we have? We have Ariel. Is there?
Sebastian.
I can't
Sebastian
forget Sebastian.
is dead, right.
Yeah, the hermit crab.
Right.
No, the hermit crab. Oh, he's got a Jamaican accent.
Why you do this to your father? Ariel. Your father, he loved you so much. Anyway.
So you got Ariel, Sebastian. You got coral.
Right.
You've got what else? You've
Right.
got sponges.
Sponges.
Yeah, I mean, just you
Clams and oysters.
got
and
SpongeBob is down there.
starfish.
Yes,
Right.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Who's the starfish in SpongeBob?
Patrick.
Patrick, of course.
Correct.
I was confused with Mr. Woodward.
Squidward.
Squidward.
You know, I just realized I know too much about SpongeBob. That was too easy for me.
That was.
That
you
was-
didn't-
that
you
was-
didn't even.
I
Let me
didn't
think
even
about
bat
it.
an eye.
You did.
That was way too easy for me, man. That should not have
That
happened.
should not happen.
You know, we doing a show about astrophysics here, and who's
Just
SpongeBob?
laying out the SpongeBob
Oh,
character.
Patrick, and then there's Mr. Crab, and of course there's Squidward, and oh God,
And who's the squirrel? Sandy. Sandy, of course.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah. So, anyhow, where was it? Where the hell was it? So,
You're saying if the life is going to be there, it's going to have features, and you
yeah,
want
dude,
that.
it's like it could be. I mean, think about it.
You
It'll
want
be
that.
at least as exotic as the range of creatures that are
That in
exotic in
our
our own ocean. Exactly.
And
I'll give them that.
the funny thing is, the deeper you go in our ocean, the more exotic the life becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless you've seen it before. Unless they've seen you. You look exotic to them, too. We got to take a break.
thank you.
When we come back, that was not a compliment, Chuck. More Cosmic Queries, Cosmic Conundrums when we come back. We're back, Cosmic Queries, Cosmic Conundrums. Very nice. Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Bring them on. Give
All
them
right,
some more.
let's just jump right back into this. This is
These have
Raw.
been good questions so far.
These are very good questions so far. Ross Nippled says,
Just one thing about the previous segment's question.
Yeah.
Asking about what kind of life we might find if
Right.
we find life
If we find life.
in the oceans and things. It's not only if there's water there.
Right.
Okay, I want to get thermodynamic on you.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. As far as we know, whatever life is, it will require metabolism.
Okay.
All right, it'll have to process energy in some way.
Okay.
For it to process energy in its environment, there has to be a place that has more energy than in another place, so
Right.
that there's energy flow. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Like our sun.
If the entire ocean
Okay.
were exactly the same temperature and there were no water currents and there was no source of energy, we don't know how life could come to be or exist or even thrive.
So life does not happen without a transference of energy.
Correct. Technically, you'd call that an energy gradient.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's what you need.
All right.
And so under there's sources of energy from like the gravitational stress from Jupiter and from Saturn and other moons on those moons, and that pumps energy like deep in the center. And so
wait, no.
if it's hotter in the center than in the edge, then we're good.
So you mean the gravitational forces of the planet that this moon is orbiting?
Yes.
Causes
Tidal forces.
the tidal forces causes an undulation.
Yes.
That creates energy heat.
Yes.
Like when you bend a paperclip back and forth, back and forth.
A better example would be when they say, if you're going to play racquetball, let's warm up the ball. And what are you doing? You hit the ball. You squeeze it and it pops back in. Every
it's
time
a
you
deformation
do
and
a
a
restoration.
reclamation.
And every time you do that, you're pumping energy into the ball from your racket. That's what's going on to those moons right now.
All right, that's
dope.
That's really
That's dope. And the hottest moon in the solar system is called Io, and it's closest moon to Jupiter.
Right.
And it's feeling this ferociously, and it's got the most ferocious volcanoes that ever were. Because it's hot in the middle, the stuff has got to get out, it's hurling.
And
every day.
that is basically from gravity. That's all.
Gravity stress.
Gravity stress.
Yes.
Stress of gravity.
Pumping it. And it's, by the way, it's outside of the Goldilocks zone.
Right.
So we used to think, oh, you need the sun and it's got to be just right. No, you just need energy.
Right.
People. All right. There you go. Okay.
Damn.
All right. Keep
God,
going.
I just love science. It's so good. That is just so good. All right. Roy Luckett from Facebook says this.
Roy, what?
Luckett.
Luckett?
Luckett.
That's a word?
Yeah,
That's a name?
That's
Okay.
a name, man.
All right, Roy.
Roy says, "Hey, Neil.
Roy Luckett. That's a cowboy name. Hey, I'm Roy Luckett.
How y'all doing?
I'm Roy Luckett.
Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. I'm Roy Luckett.
Come on by for,
I like it.
for the rodeo.
All right. I'm going to read this just because here he goes.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he says. Hey, Neil, let's talk about low orbit.
Nice.
And that's all he says.
Okay.
Okay.
So, is that all?
That's it.
Oh.
That's why I wanted to read it, because who writes that question?
That's cool. That Roy Luckett said that.
Lord Roy Luckett. And you know what that does?
He's kicking back with a beer,
I was
and
gonna
he
say,
wants to talk to me.
There you
Bring it
go.
on, right?
That's right.
All right. So,
Okay. We might have to just go somewhere
how
else.
deep into this rabbit hole do you want to go?
This is
I don't know, man.
taking a
All
while.
right, you ready?
We'll give it a minute or
Low,
two,
you
and then
ready?
we'll just go
Go.
somewhere
I
else.
don't think you're ready.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm about as ready as I'm ever going to be.
As ready as you think you can be for what I'm about to tell you?
That's right.
All right. So, does it make sense to you that people? This is like inside baseball here.
Which
so
is
just be
some
ready for
science stuff,
this.
by
Does
the
it
way,
make
while we
sense to you that
while
on
we wait.
Earth's equator,
Mm-hmm.
people weigh a little less than people anywhere else on Earth because of the centrifugal force of Earth's rotation.
Okay.
Okay, the equator is moving the fastest,
Right.
basically 1,000 miles an hour.
Okay.
Because we have 25,000 miles in the circumference.
Mm-hmm.
And how long does it take Earth to rotate once?
24 hours.
About 24 hours. So you divide those,
All right.
it's about 1,000 miles
Okay.
in and out. About.
All right.
Okay? All right. If you had a different latitude, the circle you take in 24 hours is smaller. Right on down to the pole, where Santa's got no circle at all. He's just pirouetting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Very nice.
All right. So, yes, we're rotating as a solid object, but the folks moving the fastest are right on the equator. And I forgot I did the calculation once. They weigh about, 4 ounces, about a quarter of a pound less.
That's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. No, it's measurable with a household scale.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
Okay.
thought you were going to come up with some
micro
yeah,
something.
like,
No, it's real. It's real.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
And-
That's cool.
all
So
right.
far, so good.
So let's spin Earth faster.
All right.
They'll weigh even less.
Okay.
Poor Santa, his weight doesn't change at all.
Right. Well, because first of all, he's fat. Let's be honest.
No,
Brother.
he's just pirouetting.
Of course.
So there's no
nothing
centrifugal
happening.
force
Right.
on the pole.
Right.
All right. So that's what tails fit. Now you weigh a pound less,
Mm-hmm.
or kilogram,
one more minute.
whatever's your favorite unit. We just keep doing this, and you can ask yourself, at what speed must I rotate Earth so that you don't weigh anything? You'll just float there on the equator. That's an askable question, isn't it?
It is.
If I'm spinning you up and you're weighing less and less and less,
Right.
You know what speed that is?
What?
You rotate the Earth once every 90 minutes.
Every night, instead of 24 hours,
Yes.
it's an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
And everything on Earth would just
No.
fly out into space.
Everything
No.
on the equator.
Everything on the equator, because that's right.
Everything on the
'Cause the other
equator.
stuff doesn't weigh as much.
It's okay.
Right.
All right. The other stuff doesn't have as much centrifugal force.
Right.
All right. So,
I noticed. Go ahead. Keep
okay.
going. Keep
So
going,
wait a
keep
minute.
going, keep going.
So if I'm on the equator now, and my feet aren't even touching the ground,
Just floating.
I'm just floating.
Right.
Yet somehow I'm staying with Earth as you had always been, even up to that moment.
Correct.
Up to that moment, you're there now. You just weigh 1 pound. You can jump high, but you're still rotating with Earth. You rotate Earth a little extra. Now you're just floating. I just described for you orbit.
Oh.
Low Earth orbit.
You know, I forgot that that's where
That's
we were
where we're
with
going.
this. That is
Do you know how long it takes the space station to orbit the Earth? 90 minutes.
minutes. So that. Oh wow, that is cool, man. I dig it.
Is
That's
that good?
It. That's it.
Is that good?
That makes sense.
Is that good?
That's good.
That's an orbit.
I love it.
Okay. So low Earth orbit is now of course low Earth orbit in practice you want to be above enough of the atmosphere so you're not burning up through the atmosphere.
Of course,
right? So you want to be high enough. So that you go up 100 kilometers, about 60 miles. You're high enough above most of the atmosphere so that you can now orbit the Earth faster than the Earth would take you.
Mm-hmm.
And you complete one orbit in 90 minutes. If you're right exactly above Earth's surface, it's actually 88 minutes. Okay.
Right.
88. If you do the math,
All
it's
right.
88 minutes.
Yeah.
You go up to where the space station is about 90 minutes.
Gotcha.
Okay. All of that's low Earth orbit. LEO, we call it
Leo.
affectionately.
Low Earth orbit.
Yeah. You go a little higher up,
Right.
500 miles up, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get to MEO.
Mm-hmm.
Medium Earth, middle Earth orbit.
Okay.
Not middle Earth,
Right.
but middle Earth
Middle
orbit.
Earth orbit.
Middle, okay?
Right.
And there you'll find the GPS satellites.
Okay.
All right. So they'll do an orbit. It'll take longer than an hour and a half, but slower than 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay. Then you go a little higher. You get GEO,
Mm-hmm.
geosynchronous orbits. So these are orbits where now, you can do the opposite and say, if I go farther away, I can stay in orbit with a lower and lower speed. Okay. And here's Earth turning beneath my feet. Is there a distance where I can orbit exactly with the rotation of the Earth so that I take one orbit in 24 hours? Yes,
Yeah.
there is. It's 23,000 miles up, and it's called geosynchronous orbit.
And there's the synchronicity.
There's the synchronicity.
Wow.
So you launch that satellite, it just hovers overhead.
That's very cool.
And if you park between Europe and the United States, you can beam signals up to it, and you can talk to beyond the curvature of the Earth.
That's it.
Elon Musk wants to launch constellations of satellites so that you don't have to beam out to 23,000 miles. You know why? Because if you beam a light signal 23,000 miles, that's far enough away that the round trip, you notice that in telecommunications. It's a lag.
There's a lag.
It's a lag. You'll notice it. And sometimes you'll see it in a broadcast, or even sometimes you've been on a phone and there was a lag. That's probably hitting a geosynchronous. So communication, you want the satellites to be lower.
Only 16 minutes.
But if it's lower, you know.
Well,
Не, я с пацанами за такое не пёр.
I don't want to walk around with two guns on my back. This is too obvious. But no, come back this way. Pick up that SKS if we need. See if we can find. See if we can find. Okay, well, let's clear this out. I really need just a couple of respirators, to be honest. I already looked at this guy, right? Okay, yeah. How many bullets that guy have? What the fuck? And how many shots that guy take? See how many hit times I hit him. I thought I hit him shitloads and I must have hit him in his armor. Should have kept running then. Hit count only 2. Okay. Okay. Whatever, buddy. Fucking scav with full fucking 60 rounder or something. That's a shame. I'm gonna buy a fucking respirator. Actually, that was really cheap to repair. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have bought the more expensive one. So let's see if we got any of those mags. Nope. And 919, no. Did I buy 3? I just bought 2. Sure, why not? So just some basic shit, right? I got a pistol and armor. Maybe they'll run for me like this, actually. Maybe they'll come for me, and I won't even need to do anything. I can just shoot them. I won't take it back on purpose. Let's see. Maybe they'll come for me. Like the scabs. Maybe it'll be like, you know, tagged and cursed. You never know. If it is, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, I'd probably die, but
Not
we'll
always
get
in
a
view
few.
of it.
Right.
Because it orbits out of your zone. It doesn't stay with you. Thing. So now, if once this goes out, you want another one coming in right behind it.
Right.
That's why Elon is launching hundreds of satellites, so that everyone has fast internet and with no lag.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Elon, and thank you, Roy Luckett.
Roy Luckett.
Oh damn, boy! I didn't know that was such a good question.
That was Leo right there. That
Yeah.
was. So how much time we got left?
I don't know. 1 minute.
1
Okay.
minute. All right,
All right, here we go.
Chuck. We
All
got time for one more question. Make it a good one,
All right.
or make it a bad one. We'll turn it into a good one.
Okay, Sean.
Sometimes you've been on a phone and there was a lag. That's probably hitting a geosynchronous. So communication, you want the satellites to be lower.
Right.
But if it's lower, you're not always in view of it.
Right.
Because it orbits out of your zone. It doesn't stay with you. Thing. So now, if once this goes out, you want another one coming in right behind it.
Right.
That's why Elon is launching hundreds of satellites, so that everyone has fast internet and with no lag.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Elon, and thank you, Roy Luckett.
Roy Luckett.
Oh damn, boy! I didn't know that was such a good question.
That was Leo right there. That
Yeah.
was. So how much time we got left?
I don't know. 1 minute.
1
Okay.
minute. All right,
All right, here we go.
Chuck. We got time for one more question. Make it a good one,
All right.
or make it a bad one. We'll turn it into a good one.
Okay, Sean Farouk says this: Is a faraway planet? If a faraway planet emits a light of low frequency and light of high frequency, which one of them will win the race and reach us first?
Oh, the speed of light in a vacuum does not discriminate by frequency.
Boom. There you go.
However, if it goes through a medium, it does.
Gotcha.
And it is because different frequencies move through media at different speeds that the colors manifest after it comes through.
Okay.
So if you put light through a prism and you put it in at the right angle, at the correct angle, the white light comes in and the prism says, blue, you're coming out first. Red, you're coming out last. I'm spread. And since it's spread, since they go through at different speeds, all the colors reveal themselves as they come out of the prism.
There you go. Separating in the process.
Yeah. So the prism is glass.
Right.
That will air will separate the colors.
Right.
Diamond does it the best. Is the most transparent. It's the densest transparent thing we know.
Okay.
So.
Alright, let's see if we can get in there quickly. And maybe they'll push me. And by they, I mean the, it's just a bit risky. It's a lot risky, actually. Fucking run. Fucking run. Get to the minibus. Not even a minibus, the bus. Get around and through and in. Actually, I didn't realize how quick I would be to get to this room. Nope. Fuck. Okay, sugar. Take that. Please no killer, please no killer, please no killer.
Понятно, понятно.
What? Okay. Sure, buddy.
That'll do it the most.
Slows down the light
The most.
better than anything.
And it slows down light by to 40% of its vacuum speed.
Yeah, of course that makes sense. Which is when you look at a diamond and it refracts all the light.
Yeah,
and you
the
see
light
all
reflects
the pretty colors.
all the pretty colors.
Right.
That's what's going on.
Oh,
And it does that better than glass does.
Right.
That's why diamonds are diamonds and glass are glass.
Right.
Right.
Don't tell my wife that.
Cubic zirconium gets you halfway there. I don't know. So different frequencies of light do travel at different speeds through a medium, and just to make that clear. And so now there is medium in space, like gas clouds.
Mm-hmm.
When light comes through there, you get this effect.
Right.
You get this effect, and you can get a time lag in an explosion if the explosion happens in multiple frequencies. You'll see it happen in one frequency before it does in another. And we have coordinated our telescopes to check for this.
Nice.
You have a radio telescope, a visible light telescope, a infrared telescope, and you can see phenomenon if it's coming through a medium that will differentially slow down the frequencies of light. No, it's very cool.
That is excellent.
Yeah. But in a vacuum,
So that's it. It's a tie.
the speed of light is the speed of light is the speed of light.
Speed of light. That's very cool.
Okay. Neil deGrasse Tyson and Chuck Nice.
Yeah.
Star Talk Cosmic Queries. Keep looking up. Coming up, Cosmic Queries, the Black Hole Edition. Chuck is going into my black hole bag.
It's dark in there.
To get questions. We've got your questions on that very topic. So, YouTuberverse, check it out. Coming up now. This is Star Talk. I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, your personal astrophysicist, and I'm with Chuck Nice, co-host.
That's right.
Chuck, and we are recording live from my office at the Hayden Planetarium of the American Museum of Natural History right here in New York City.
Better known as the Cosmic Crib.
Ooh, the crib. Welcome to the crib.
Welcome to the crib.
That was high currency when I was in college.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody use it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Nah. It's kind of yeah.
It's just very dated.
It's very dated.
Yeah. But it still sounds cool. The crib.
It does. Yo, what's up, man? I'm
Come
just
up to the
chilling
crib.
in my crib.
See, that works. That still
Yeah,
works. That
yeah.
still works. For anybody over 50. So this is actually part 2 of Cosmic Queries we began last time.
That's right.
Because we had sufficient questions to populate 2 Cosmic Queries on black holes and dark energy.
People love it.
I know.
People want to know
How could you not?
lot about the dark energy and black holes.
And since we don't know anything about dark energy, I want to know about it too.
That's right.
All right. All right, give it to me. What do you have?
All right. So we are going to start with a Patreon
Okay.
patron.
As is our habit.
Absolutely. So this is Chris Hampton. And he says, hey, Hawking radiation states that a black hole will eventually evaporate completely because it's releasing small amounts of energy / mass over time. But wouldn't the black hole's consumption of matter overpower the radiation, making the black hole grow instead of evaporate?
Yeah, good. So if you have an isolated black hole,
Right.
it's not consuming matter.
Right.
There's nobody there to eat.
Exactly.
You have to come embarrassingly too close to it for it to tidally distress you and capture you.
And now,
Okay.
now it's good. Right.
And you have to be moving not too fast, otherwise you'll just whiz by.
Right.
So the black holes are not some voracious vacuum cleaner that sucks up everything it sees.
I'm so hungry. Right. That's a
Is that what
tiny
they
black
sound
hole.
like?
That's a little black hole.
I'm so hungry. And the big black
There's-
I'm
Right. The supermassive black holes are like, feed me.
It is funny, this voice frequency thing. Like, you never have a high frequency voice selling a truck.
Right. That's true. Which now I want to see Mike Tyson actually sell Dodge Rams. Just like, you know.
That's right. It's Ram tough. Dodge Ram. Okay.
Because he is a tough guy.
He's a tough
The
guy.
question whether that will
Right.
compensate
Exactly.
for the voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plus, the voice of God is never high pitch.
No, it's never just like,
Hey guys.
Hey guys, I think I'm going to smote you today.
oh, see, now I wish Michael Jackson was alive to be the voice of God. You know, just like,
You're very ignorant. You're very ignorant. I don't like that.
Stop it.
Exactly.
I'll send a tsunami.
Thou shalt not lie.
okay, there you go. So, this information that
Okay.
it consumes,
Okay.
if it's by itself,
By itself, it'll
it
just
just
evaporate.
evaporates.
Yes. Clearly, and as correctly surmised, if it has a food source,
Right.
it's just going to eat, and the Hawking radiation will be insignificant
Right.
of a loss relative to what it's eating.
Gotcha.
But eventually, all black holes will have eaten anything they can eat
Right.
in their refrigerator. At that point, then it'll slowly start evaporating at a higher rate than it was gaining mass.
Gotcha.
So that's how that plays out.
And the evaporation, though,
Yeah?
if nothing can escape, what is actually evaporating?
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yes.
Evaporation we're using the term loosely here.
Okay.
All right. So what's actually happening, and it's brilliant. It's just it's beautiful.
Okay.
I have to say, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So what's going on is a black hole's the gravitational field in the vicinity of a black hole
Okay.
is so intense
Right.
that it will spontaneously create matter.
Holy crap.
So the energy density, because E equals mc squared,
Uh-huh.
if I have matter, I can turn it into energy. That's what nuclear bombs do.
Right.
But if I have energy, I can turn it into matter.
Right.
The energy density in the field of black holes is so intense, right outside the event horizon, it will create particles
Wow.
out of the gravitational energy density of the field. Now watch. Here's the spooky part.
Okay.
Okay? These particles were not inside the event horizon. They're created outside the event horizon.
Right.
Okay? Now watch what happens. When anytime you make particles from energy, you make 2 particles every time.
Okay.
Matter and antimatter pair. I
Wow.
don't know if you knew that.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to kill some scabs with my 3M armor. That's all I want. It's not too much to ask. And those guys, I don't know how they shot me through what they shot me through. There was something blocking my view that obviously wasn't blocking the AI view. I might actually be able to get to tank light before everybody. Come over, stand up. I don't know how that guy didn't die, but... You can see him pretty clearly with his night vision. I thought I'd killed him, but as is frequent with this game. How didn't I kill him? That was dead on. Maybe hit the helmet. I don't know. think he's probably gone this way. Just shot him, he moved to the right. Let's see, buddy. Get bullied. Sorry, buddy. Chase that guy down. I didn't have shit, so. I thought I got him. The answer is no, you did not. Nothing you could really do. I mean, you're getting pushed by somebody with a VPO. Right? What can you do? What's your play there? I would probably just... fucking body is, but whatever. We'll get those painkillers out because we're gonna need them at some point, I think. At some point. Well, I hope we're gonna need them because I'm gonna go through this whole fucking map. When I hit the, when I get rid of the, when I lost the pain effect of the painkiller, I'll probably just have to move, just leave. It was only out of 22 though, so he wasn't exactly fully geared, yeah.
Прям берцы! Вон он, сука!
That's annoying. Where the fuck is my respirator? No space? I mean, it's only gonna cost me 4,000 to replace, but... Glad that guy fell down earlier though, because I was running out of fucking bullets. Oh, I forgot to change my own rig. I was stupid. Maybe there'd be something in the med bag. I'm not gonna jump up there, I'm just gonna go to the med bag, out. Yeah, I gotta get out because out of painkillers. Why is that not in my... Oh, that's not good. That is not promising.
Oh!
Up top he is, maybe? Alright, someone's exactly... He might be up top. It might be up top and outside. Come on, get me there. Come on, Golden Star. Don't make me crawl. I'm just gonna clean up and then take the dogs for a walk. Let's see. I'm gonna get that stress resistance up quite a lot then. That final little run. Ends up getting a headshot, okay. Let's do it through the grizzly, I guess. Actually, I don't need to do it at all, do I? Because I said I was going to take the dogs for a walk. Oh, I'll see if my wife wants to. Actually, I'm just going to take them anyway, there's no sun now. The sun is very low. There we go, just one more.